Hi, this is Steve Yee, Director of Product Management for SQL Azure. In this walkthrough, our goal will be to help you get a feel for the many ways that SQL Azure services can be used to create new cloud-powered applications or to extend the reach of your data with hybrid applications that connect to both the cloud and to on-premises databases. First, we'll review the benefits of using SQL Azure, and we'll talk about the cloud services offered and about its scalable architecture. Next, we'll walk through several usage scenarios where SQL Azure can be used to power web experiences, to extend on-premises applications and data to the cloud, and supporting departmental applications. We'll also talk about how SQL Azure reporting can provide cloud-based business intelligence solutions. And we'll show you how SQL Azure can enable data collaboration and bidirectional synchronization using SQL Azure Data Sync. By moving your data to SQL Azure, you can free up time and reduce risk associated with managing and maintaining your own database servers in-house. Once in SQL Azure, your database is managed for you, and your data is highly available, scalable, and reliable, and can be accessed from anywhere via the Internet. SQL Azure Database is a cloud-based relational database system that provides familiar development and administrative features. So your Transact SQL and database design skills will work just fine with SQL Azure. SQL Azure Reporting provides you with easy-to-use cloud-based business intelligence. And finally, SQL Azure Data Sync provides bidirectional synchronization of on-premises SQL Server databases with SQL Azure. When it comes to architecture, SQL Azure is built on a foundation based on the SQL Server 2008 engine, which means that you can use the same tools and data access frameworks you currently use with SQL Server. SQL Azure makes these familiar capabilities available in the cloud by utilizing 6 global-scale data centers, providing redundancy, failover, and high availability in every edition offered. The real difference is that SQL Azure provides a single logical database with multiple physical replicas running in the background, all included as part of the service at no extra cost. Database reads are completed at the primary node, but writes are replicated to a quorum of secondary servers, so if one instance happens to go down, it will automatically fail over. Your instances will keep running, and so will your application. Moving to the cloud with SQL Azure provides real solutions to a number of web-related business challenges, making your systems highly scalable and allowing you to add resources as needed for events that create high workloads. SQL Azure can also be used to power smartphone and other mobile device applications and is a great way to extend your current capabilities. And SQL Azure also provides flexibility by being interoperable, enabling you to easily work with other programming languages and platforms. By moving to SQL Azure as the data platform for apps currently using Access, MySQL, or SQL Express, you get automatic, effortless, high availability, security, and also governance. Additionally, SQL Azure creates new use cases for applications by extending data into the cloud. Extending LOB systems to the cloud makes it much easier to establish connections with partners, branch offices, and mobile users. And in cases where you extend or replicate data from enterprise systems to the cloud, you can use SQL Azure Data Sync to provide bidirectional synchronization between on-premises SQL Server databases and SQL Azure instances. SQL Azure also provides out-of-the-box reporting capabilities for delivering business intelligence with features such as interactive reporting and data visualization. And not only does SQL Azure Reporting make providing charts, graphs, mapping, and gauges easy, you can also embed reports into Windows Azure or on-premises applications, and you can export your reports to Excel, PDF, or CSV formats. When it comes to data collaboration, it has often been difficult and expensive for businesses to share information and automate processes across organizational boundaries. Working with SQL Azure in the cloud removes friction from collaborative processes by putting both the business data and the process into the cloud where it can be accessed by organizations of all sizes at a fraction of the cost and complexity. You can use unique capabilities provided by SQL Azure, such as Data Sync, for synchronizing dynamic data between SQL Server databases on-premises and SQL Azure databases in the cloud. SQL Azure can also support sharing data between various programming platforms, including open source, and can support web services and REST protocols, all of which makes for easy collaboration with retail stores, remote offices, and other off-premises systems. In this session, we discussed the benefits of using SQL Azure, and we talked a bit about the cloud services offered and about SQL Azure's scalable architecture. We also walked through several usage scenarios, including powering web experiences, extending on-premises applications and data to the cloud, and supporting departmental applications. We also introduced how SQL Azure Reporting can provide cloud-based business intelligence solutions. And finally, we talked about how SQL Azure can enable data collaboration and bidirectional synchronization using data sync. Please visit SQLazure.com for the latest information and additional resources. Thanks.